not gonna lie, doing Oldbag's voice, like, nearly killed my throat. And we're like halfway through the recording session, so we'll have to wait and see. For the time being, I think I'm going to be revising Penny's voice. Because I think that she's too close to my regular girl/Maya voice. So I think she should be more like, even more excited. Penny. Penny Dreadful. Penny, that's my name. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Penny. Penny. I think that sounds good. Anyhow, for the time being, hello there, welcome back to Max Plays Phoenix Wright as Attorney. I'm your host, I'm Kieran. In the previous episode, we were introduced to a new character, and we have learned a little bit more of information regarding the murder, of which our client has been accused of, Mr. Will Powers. For the time being, let's dive right in! We want to ask one more question. You sent somebody, didn't you? So, you sensed that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio? Yes, I think. I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came to the studio, she must have seen them, except she couldn't because they came in through the grate in the employee area. Actually, no, the camera would have seen them then. Of course, as always, we gotta show her our badge. Any thoughts about this? Sorry. I don't really want to think too much about what happened just yet. So you have no information whatsoever. What's the deal with this card? It's just a card. There's no other sign on it. It's just a key card, blank. Nothing left to talk about. I really gotta revise that voice, man. Outside Studio 1. And I have to do like a move again. Okay, I understand how it works. I wish there was a more intuitive way to move around, but what can you do? You have nothing to talk about. Let's move and talk with gate. Yeah, we're gonna talk to the main gate. October the 16th, Global Studios main gate. What? Darling, what? You're still here? Really? You look as though you have seen a ghost. Oh, wait a minute. That was Phoenix. What? You're still here? Oh, darling, what? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30, yes? Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? As sure as I can be, pal. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely super doobly sure you were here watching the whole time? She just hesitated. Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who there's question? Me. Tentacles just growing out of her hair. There are tentacles growing out of her hair! Eek. You're right. You better tell me, and tell me quick. You spiky-haired cretin! Someone's been complaining about the work I do, huh? Just like fangs. We were just talking to the assistant in Studio 1. Her! She's not even a full-time employee. Looks like someone's never gonna get benefits. Sad thing, really, because she's really gonna need that health insurance when I'm done with her. Oh, you younglings are like blah 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 blah. Thing or two about respecting your elders, but I'm ashamed about you. She left. Well, Nick? Well, she's gonna go off and murder that girl. Good thing Max didn't actually figure out what her voice had to be. This is our chance to do what we can. This is our chance to do what we can do without her look. Who the flux is writing Maya's dialogue? This is our chance. Now that okay, this is how you fix the sentence, okay? Now that she's not looking over her shoulders, this is our chance. Seriously, because this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Like, this thing is like, the bridge here connecting the rest of the sentence is like super faulty. I'm gonna try to read it anyway, but still, just my one tip right there. This is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Examine. Was there a digital bird for a moment? Yeah. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with the computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Try it! Totally try it! Okay, let's give it a try. Why are there bird sounds all of a sudden? You know how to work these things, right, Nick? It looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. It looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1 p.m. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. Oh God. There are many though. It was 307, wasn't it? There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. It's a costume. It's a costume. That's why Gumshoe wasn't excited. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he's the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's what the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Something's printed on the back. Huh? October 15, 2 p.m., photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? No, that's the only one in the computer. Powers' photo added to the court report. Hey, Nick. Wanna get burgers? Can we use this photo as evidence for the trial? I mean, kinda, yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right. We'll put her in her place. Yeah, hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait. Let's not do that. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy so soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why? You could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Where's my question mark? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done here for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady. Okay, now that this has been stated in the story, I know for certain that it cannot possibly be. No, that would be too easy. The story can't just tell you that. Remember to save, kids. Save the frames. Kill the animals. You have no idea what that's a reference to. You should watch Awesome Games Done Quick. Awesome Game Done Quick is a biannual charity stream where people play games really fast to benefit different charity foundations. Go check them out. AGDQ. Awesome Games Done Quick. Are we already at the trial? Guys, we have like nothing. They called him Diablo. Welcome back. Did you miss my Deckard Cain voice? I sure hope not, because you're gonna get a lot of it today. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Hello, I'm Edgeworth. Why is the camera away from me? I wanted to be in the spotlight again. I've had a bad day. I've been drinking tea and looking out gloomily out the window. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer at Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. Heinous? The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Isn't this not like? Actually, really quickly, I know that I don't want to interrupt the story, but how old is Edgeworth again? He's 24. Okay, for a second I was like, he's like 19. 18. Penny Nichols. Penny Dreadful. As assistant at Global Studios in charge of large props and set pieces. In the novelization of Resident Evil 1, I read all those Resident Evil books. Man, I still own them. I'm a giant nerd. But like, the lady who wrote them gave Chris, one of the main characters, like a lot of backstory, and like she made him that like at the age of 19 he had not only like been at the Air Force and the Green Berets and like a bunch of other like military organizations at the age of 19, and I'm like, that's not even humanly possible, but cool, I guess. Chris is a cool guy, I guess. It was always about Jill though, she's the best. Shoulder pad game, too strong. Anyhow, Detective, if you could please briefly describe the scene to the court. Gumshoe, yes sir, I'll explain with the guide map here. This song is so good! To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio. See, pal? This here is the employee area. Okay, no. Whoever came in through this hole, and they were wearing the costume that they got from the props. Okay, yeah, we got this on lockdown, boys. The actors did a run through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady who works there at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Why did she blink? That was a memory. Past the security station is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. I'm going to assume that we're gonna realize that Powers didn't do it, and we're gonna have to go to Studio 2. I'm getting the feeling. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15, there were only 3 people there. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon, unless she did it. Oh, fuck. She did it. She's small enough that she could fit through this area, put on the costume, and murder him. Penny. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. Why was this prop good enough to kill somebody? That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? No. Should I listen to the whole thing again? Nah, skip it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. Okay, that's a Yari. Yari is to be considered basically the most common type of spear, is the Japanese spear. Yari. As opposed to Naginata, which is basically like a spear shaft with a katana blade at the end. Pretty cool weapon. I'm a nerd from feudal Japan. Did you know? Did you know? So the murder weapon was a spear. Now, how medieval. Samurai spear added to the court report. Record? Report? Guys, I don't know. Court record, I'll remember that. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is... what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Oh, God. Will the witness declare her name? Oh my God. My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh dearie, no need for you to be ashamed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Oh, so good. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Esther is my middle name. So, oh my God, blah 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 blah. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Wink. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Edgeworth is not having a good day. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. Oh, gosh. Can I object? You may begin your testimony, Wendy Oldbags. She sure is one hell of an old bag. I do like her uniform, though, that's all. I like the pins, too. I wonder what her Japanese name was. Oh, okay, it's not cross-examination, it's just a testimony. Testimony, okay, I was getting excited, because you know how much I love the cross-examination. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run through there since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened around 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination! The best part, the best part. I just tapped the key. I just pressed the key on my laptop without knowing. Fun fact, I have a double setup where I have a monitor and then my laptop that runs the monitor on the side. The laptop is elevated for ergonomic reasons. Why am I doing a video on ergonomics right now? Anyhow, on the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through ever since that in the morning. Errands that morning. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m. Did it actually happen at 2:30? Yes, it did. Interesting to me because a certain man walked by right by me at 2 p.m. Actually, but wasn't he training the whole day though? Actually, where's his? Do we have nothing? Taking at the gate between the entrance and the studios. Actually, that could. This photo was taken at 2 p.m. and he walked. No. Wait, I don't know if I should I don't know if I should present this yet, because as we know from the map, here's the main gate. Here's the gate with the photograph thingy. So if she saw him at the main gate, but the photo was also being taken at 2 p.m., then he can't be at two places at once. So I don't know. I'm gonna just push through. It was Powers right there, and he was heading towards the studio. Nick, doesn't she seem like she's enjoying this a little too much?
Windbags love gossiping about other people's misfortunes.
Ugh, can't she get her kick somewhere else? Maybe by eating some burgers? I don't think this matters. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through since the morning. This is not important to the story. She got there at 1 p.m. She was there until 5 p.m. Doesn't matter. I want to press, but I feel really confident about this. I'm gonna press it first though.
2 p.m. You're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age, Mr. Judge. You might strain something.
You're calling me old.
Now, don't get your skivvies and all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was.
Okay, so, because a certain man walked right. Wait, should I press here? Because I think this is the right one to push. But let's press.
So you saw Mr. Powers?
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny?
Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
No, it wasn't.
Let me get this straight, Oldbag, or Miss Oldbag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, the founder of Neo-Old Tokyo.
What a hipster. He actually binge-watched the whole series like last night.
Miss Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
Yeah. Well, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday, darling.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, witness.
He's having trouble calling her Oldbag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What?
Huh?
Even Edgeworth is surprised.
The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. Please.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? Darling, you should be all ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this ain't any good. This isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Oh my god, Edgeworth is like completely in the dark.
Wow, old Windback has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof then.
You know, the thing requires so you can judge somebody. The man in the mirror, oh, I'm asking him to change his ways, oh. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, pick up that Yari spear and stab someone in the face. Hey, anyhow,
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you.
I never say anything I don't mean.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Power strip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture, darling. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals.
And with that said, we're going to put it end right here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. And I'll see you and the continuation of the story on the next one.